Okay, I'm reading this Italian 16th century epic poem at the moment. I'm only halfway through. It's Orlando Furioso by Ludvigo Arresto. And I'd like to just share you a couple of little moments there. And let's talk about the first moment I want to share. This isn't the main thing. This isn't about Orlando and his unrequited and fanatical love for Angelica, a Sarsen princess. No, this is about Ruggiero, who is this knight who is in love with Bradamante. Ruggiero, he is a Saracen, and Bradamante, Christian. They want to get together, but forces prevent them from getting together. And indeed, there is a prophecy that says if they do get together, he converts, he will die. And so they're kept apart. In this sequence here in the poem, he is carried to this island where there is a sorceress, Alcina, who is what appears to be a beautiful, beautiful woman, and there's indeed long passages of her beauty, just how luscious and beautiful she is, and through her magics, she makes Ruggiero forget all about his love for Bradamante, and transforms him into sort of her boy toy, and indeed, when finally someone comes to rescue him, this is how he is described. From being the manly warrior, he is changed to, from Canto 8, stanza 54, starting, a splendid chain he wears about his neck, glittering with gems, it reaches to his breast. Two shining bracelets now his arms bedeck. Alas, once of all arms the manliest. Two little threads of gold his earlobes prick, forming two rings from which the loveliest of pearls are hung, one dangling in each ear, finer than Indians or Arabs wear. 55. From curling tresses, scented with pomade, a costly and delicious fragrance came. So amorous was every move he made, it was as though, to his undying shame, a servile courtship all his life he'd paid to women of Valencia. His name alone remains unaltered, nothing else, so greatly is he changed by magic spells. Ruggiero, the manly warrior, is changed into this very feminized figure of someone wearing earrings. He's got these his curling tresses are scented with pomade. He's so amorous in every move he made. There's this servile courtship all his life he'd paid to women of Valencia, which I have a feeling is a code for something. And his name alone is unaltered. But yes, that the thing of he's wearing bracelets. Once, alas, once of all arms the manliest. So he is unmanned. He is turned very feminine into this kind of very feminine boy toy. And indeed, when his rescuer comes, they chastise him. Do you think the aim alone to be Alcina's Attis or Adonis? Which Attis, as far as I can tell from my Wikipedia searches, is the followers followers of Attis were eunuchs. They actually perform this operation on themselves, and Adonis is the shepherd boy who is scooped up by the gods and made a lover of a male god. So again, there's these transformations of moving someone away from their manliness, and indeed, when he is magically released from this spell, numb before his senses spring to life straightway. Aware now of his state, he is beside himself and longs for a deep hole in which to hide himself. These are eight. Each stanza is 8 lines, and it has a A B kind of rhyming stanza with a DD at the end, where you get that kind of stinger rhyme, which is good for kind of comedic lines, and he's beside himself and longs for a deep hole to hide himself in. There is the very kind of form, and kind of the thing of this is there's a lot of comedy in this chivalric romance of daring do's, but there's this kind of undercurrent of these manly men and all the troubles they get into, where in this case, indeed, he gets changed into a very feminized woman. And isn't this terrible? And don't you just want to put yourself in a hole to hide yourself because of it? So that's the little check-in for this little image in Orlando Furioso, a book that I've thanks to Tom at LA Books, who is doing a stanza by stanza read of through this work. I've picked up and I'm reading and I'm really enjoying. All right, I will leave it there for this little image of poor Rigurio changed into a very comely and amorous fellow.